And actually, guys, I don't know if you have noticed, I'm so sorry. I have scheduled this meeting here at 7 p.m., but I put on Moodle 9 p.m. Did you see that? Oh God.
But
So,
when we see on the Teams, we see that you
yeah.
schedule at 7.
Yeah,
So
but I imagine that some students are just going to look at the link on Moodle and say, oh, okay, 9 p.m. But I just saw this now. Oh my God, I am so crazy. But look, no problem. We're going to have this meeting right now, and I'm going to give another one at 9. So if you want to repeat, you can come back. Okay? I'm going to give two. I think it's only fair to do that. But I have some news that I don't know if I should share with you, but I am because I am too nervous and I need to explain why. So if there is something that does not work today, be patient because I'm very nervous. I am very, very happy and I can't contain my happiness because I was just accepted in the doctorate program. So I am still in shock. And I'm sorry.
congratulations. Happy
Thank you.
Yeah, great for you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Guys, I was just crying. I can't hold myself together. But yeah, I'm very happy. And so if there is anything that goes wrong, please just breathe with me and everything will be fine. So to start, I would like to ask you to go to this website that I'm going to give. Thank you, Marcos, that I'm going to give the link to you. It is on Nearpod, and we are going to check the slides in there. And here in the Teams, we're going to check our voices and our faces. So if you'd like to share and open your cameras, no problem. If you need to talk to me during my presentation, no problem too. You can open it and talk. Okay? So you click this link, go to that website, put your name, and we'll start. I think I have already said for some of you that were my students last semester that I am in love with this website, Nearpod. And it allows me to see, for instance, if you are connected in the website watching the class. And so it is a great tool for you as teachers too. Um, so clicking there, put your names and let's get started. Ana Luisa is already in, I can see that. Very good. And oh, guys, I have to share this information with you too. Uh, it was not only my approval, I was in the first place. I cannot believe it. I am shaking.
Congratulations, Lilian.
I am not like I don't know what to do, what to say. I thought I couldn't be here teaching now because I was shaking and crying and everything else, but I think I am strong enough to be here because it's a happy moment, not a sad one. So I don't need to cry. I don't need to be nervous. I need to be happy and calm and professional. So here I am. But I am crazily happy jumping inside. Okay, just know that. And okay, so I'm not going to talk about it again, I promise. um, Again, in the website, checking it, I can see that Alexandra is here, Ana Carolina, Ana Luisa, Laís, João Vitor, very good. So we are going to start, and the other students that are still getting in the website, no problem, you can do it at your own pace. When you open it, it's going to be there for you, the slides going on, and I am going to control them for you. So, well, hello there. I hope you catch the funny GIF that I have chosen. So for us to start, I thought we could have this path of thought and of structure in this class. We're going to talk about organizational issues of the course, the seminar, if there are any changes that we would like to have in the course. And then after we finish discussing our course, we are going to talk about, I'm going to present to you a text that is an introduction from a book that is also very good. And it talks about materials and methods in ELT, English language teaching. And in this text, in this introduction, I'm going to talk about goals in teaching languages, contextual factors in developing materials, and the syllabus. How are these things important for developing materials in ELT? Okay, so I thought about this. I thought this could be a good first live for us. And you can see on our screen, to start our organizational proposals and see if we have any changes, this is the instruction for the seminars. I'm going to put it on a PDF file available for you until tomorrow, I promise. And let's see if we have like any questions, any problems. So I'm going to read with you, and you have the PDF in front of you, so you can roll down and read with me, okay? So this file has instructions about the course seminars. The information is organized in the following disposition: the seminar goals, the dates for the seminars, group distribution, seminar presentation, an explanation for the groups to follow, and then possibility of using other platforms for interaction and using the text to try to practice what we learn. Also, the seminar participation. This is an explanation for the rest of the class that are not members of that group that is going to be presenting on that specific day. And in the end, if you have any questions, what you can do. And if you panic, what you can do. So, starting seminars and forum participations. The first thing is the goal. So this type of dynamic may be classic and old, but there are still some things that make it special for me this semester. I have a list here. So it allows me the possibility to share with you the voice and authority of a teacher or a professor. It allows you to be an active and authentic part of the course. It allows new ideas and possibilities to the text readings and understandings, not just mine. It allows new ideas and possibilities on the development of the course, not just my ideas. It allows room for creating collaborative teaching and learning processes. Some things I cannot, some things I may not know, you may, so let's share, let's build together. It allows you to create and bring to the course your experiences, your thoughts, your dreams, your practices, your ideas, your personality. So it is really, really interesting for bringing you to the course. It allows you the possibility of not having such a heavy reading every single week. And here, I must say, don't get me wrong, you have to read and read well all of the texts, but the preparation for a seminar presentation and a seminar participation is different from a participation on activities that I plan. So when I plan, I feel that you have to read like in details and search about it and really understand the text. And when we have a seminar presentation, you can read, and if you have questions, you can ask, you can interact, you can get other students' inputs, and the list goes on. It also allows you to keep in touch with other students in the institution. And even if you don't admit it, it is an important part of academic life. And we need to remember to take care of each other. So if you see that someone in your group is not feeling well, is going through something, it is good to have a voice to listen or to speak to us, to say that everything's fine, we need to work on this is the focus, or it's okay, we can share the load, you know. And in the end of this page, It allows you different experiences in the remote learning setting, not only as a student because you're going to present, so as a teacher too, if you don't have them already, which can happen in your practice in the future. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're going to have a vaccine. We're going to beat this COVID and never need the remote learning again. And the last one, the beginning of the next page, and so much more, don't you think? So I really think that this is a good one. And I am really excited for this experience of having seminars. As a teacher, I find myself sometimes holding the authority and wanting to control everything, but I am ready to give you some power in the course. And I apologize if you are in another course that is using the same dynamics of seminar presentations. I may have borrowed this idea, and I hope you like it and have a great experience working in groups with other teachers and colleagues. And if you need anything, I'm going to be here, okay? The dates for the presentations, the seminars, the texts, they are available in the course schedule. So when you open the course schedule, you have each single class, each single time that we have in there. And we're going to see that, for example, text 1, seminar 1, text 2, seminar 2. And then the list goes until the end, which is seminar 6, which is the next topic, group members. There will be 6 seminar presentations, therefore 6 groups. For the morning class, you don't need to read this. Night class, we have 25 students so far. So I thought we could have 5 groups of 4, which in total is 20 students, and 1 group of 5. 5 students, 20 plus 5, 25, I think. And so this is what I thought. And for the seminar presentation, now talking about how it's going to work. A group is going to present a seminar about a text or texts, and then holds a forum discussion during the week. The group needs to prepare a presentation of the main ideas from that text that was their responsibility. Every student in class has to read the text, but the group will read with a different look. A look that will select the most important information and bring to our attention. B, since the text is already in the written format, I suggest visual, spoken, or recorded presentation, because if we have a written text to read and then about the text we have again, maybe it's going to be very, very tiring. So we can change the format in order to have a more interactive or a different kind of experience about that subject. Number 2, the exchanges and interactions of the group with the class, they need to happen in the forum of the week in 2 topics. So the group needs to keep the interaction, discussion, development of ideas going. They need to help students if they need in the second topic. You're going to see why the second topic. And the group needs to answer students' productions, share opinions, empower and encourage other students to participate. So the first topic in the forum, the group is going to create the first topic. C, the first topic is going to be the group will post the material. So a link for the video, audio, visual, or any other material prepared, a presentation.
Lilia,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is João Vitor.
Hey, João.
Is there a possibility for the group to create different materials for the same text? Because sometimes seminar videos can be very long. So then to make shorter videos, then we can do like a visual presentation, a slide summary, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, you can do anything you'd like. You can develop memes, you can record videos, you can record voices, you can different types of presentations. You are free to choose, okay? And that's good to have different types of things to do, right? I think it's a great idea.
And can we post it, for example, I don't know, 3 different medias or
Yes,
something?
of course,
Okay,
no problem.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And this first topic then is for that type of material that João Vitor was asking about. Everything that you prepare to talk about the text is going to be in this first topic. And the first topic with the material of the presentation will be left for questions that we may have had during our previous reading. We have to read the text, the week's text, in order to be able to understand and participate in a collaborative manner. Don't forget. And everyone needs to be prepared to answer questions that people may have had. The group especially, right? But if I am another student not in the group and I see a question that I can help answer, I can go there and answer, no problem, okay? And E, the group will open a second topic for the development of the proposal, for the development of the exercise, the task, the activity, the discussion, or any other interaction that the group has prepared. This topic, the class, the students that are not members of the week's group, the class will answer the second topic, participating and developing the group's proposal. So if the group has asked us to create a question, to create an activity, to create a lesson plan, to create a short video, to create something that puts that idea from the text into practice, or to analyze an activity, to analyze a book, to analyze a syllabus, curriculum, BNCC. So in the second one is the one where we are going to try to put into practice the ideas from the text. Now, about using the other platforms instead of the forums. If the group has another platform in mind, for instance, Flipgrid, Padlet, etc., it is possible to use it, but we must be sure that every student will be able to access it and to develop in that platform. The forums are a safe bet because everybody has access to Moodle, but it is possible if you observe accessibility and the external links to these other platforms, they must be posted, shared in the forum of the week, the first topic or the second one, depending on what you have prepared. And so you can use different types of platforms and medias. Now, talking about the texts and the theory. So texts about theory and seminar about practice, is that possible? So there is a strong need to put the texts into practice, and it would be great if the group proposes a discussion or an interaction in which the other students need to produce, draw analysis, create materials and such. However, I understand that there may be texts that are very difficult to do so, and it's very difficult to see such types of interactions. So if it is a more theoretical one, and you can't think of anything to do that is more interactive, you can do something different, okay? The seminar participation, if you're not a member of that group, so the students that are not part of the group must participate in the forum, developing, discussing, and interacting according to the group's instructions. To complete the week and have your participation accounted for, you need to post at least once in the second topic, the topic with the group's proposal. The discussion, the interaction, the material development, I don't know what they are going to propose. And if you don't have any question to post in the first forum, you don't have to, which is the topic with the presentation and other materials. Although it is mandatory to download, open, watch the material published by the group in that first topic. So if we were in a face-to-face context, you would have to be in class to watch the seminar and participate in class in order to gain that participation and marks. So we're going to watch the seminar. We're going to download, to watch, to do the first topics, directions, and instructions. And the second one, we're going to do also posting, doing what the group is asking. The first one we don't need to post if we don't have any questions. So if you have any questions, how to work with this type of seminar, if you don't understand my directions, if I am all over the place here, if you still have any questions about the seminar dynamics, please share with us in the fixed forum for questions on top of the course on Moodle. I will answer as soon as I can. But if you think that your question is too personal, or if you don't want to share with everyone, you can send me an email, no problem, okay? And if you have a group creative crisis, if your group needs more guidance or doesn't have a clue on what to do about your text, let me know and we can meet to talk about it, probably on Teams. So we can meet to talk about it, okay? I am going to see if you have any questions now. And so first, before I see if you have any questions about the seminars, I would like to ask you this. You have 1 minute to decide. Would it be okay if I chose the groups randomly? So you can share your idea, your opinion. It is anonymous, okay? Don't worry. I'm just waiting for 2 students to answer. Okay, so the result of this question is no, we wouldn't. So I am not going to choose the groups randomly. And by this, we can understand that I am not going to choose the members of the group and the dates, the themes, the seminar numbers. So you are going to choose that too. I'm going to create from today to the next Friday, I'm going to create a forum for you to post the name of the groups and the seminar that you would like to present. Unfortunately, we have a limited number of seminars. If it was on me, I would pretty much add, I don't know, 6 more seminars and 6 more texts, but we just have 6. So if you see that there is already one group with the number of seminars that you would choose, please choose another one because someone else has already chosen. So unfortunately, it's going to roll like that. And but everything in this course is very much a great text to read and great ideas to discuss. So I don't think you're going to have a problem. And okay, so this part of the groups we're going to choose during the week until the next one. If you don't have any groups ideas, like if you don't know anyone, not a problem. I'm going to create a topic like if you don't have any groups, click here and you can say I don't have a group. Can I be in your group? Okay. And that's not. So another thing that I'm going to ask you to answer on Nearpod is if there are any decisions, any instruction, any assessment, class, amount of text that you would like to change, that you would like to suggest a change. For instance, I have tried to change a little bit from last semester. The people that were my students know that I was really demanding. Every week we had a forum with tasks to develop. And I think I have overloaded you, maybe. I don't know if this word exists. But I think that the load of things to do were like really, really big. So I tried to divide it in seminars, but again, if you need to participate, it's going to be every week. So not that much of a change. But I would like to ask you if you think that, for example, we shouldn't have tasks. Tasks are between these seminar presentations. We also have a midterm project, and the midterm project is the draft to the final project. So in theory, they are going to be the same project. Do you think we should take the midterm project out and put the final one a little bit before so we can have the feedback and another chance to redo it? Or you think we should keep them both? So I'm going to give you the space to think and to tell me if you want to change anything. On your screen, you're going to have a box to type in, and you're going to have 3 minutes to suggest, to talk to me, anything you want to suggest or change. Okay, just got the answers. And it seems like for most of you, it is okay. Some of you, I think, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 out of 13 would like to have some time to develop tasks. Okay. And in the morning class, it's the same class, right? So in the morning class, one of the students told me that the 5-day period that I have been asking you, it's not actually according to the resolution from the university. So I have to check that out. And probably there will be a change on that if it is not, because I don't want to do anything wrong. And I think you need more time to do if you think you need. Because these days we don't know what we need until we need it. So it's kind of how it's going these days.
Lilian,
So I'm going to, sorry, yes. Yes, Anna?
I just have a maybe the thing that could be nice is
Uh-huh.
have like at least 1 week for us to do the task. I think
Yeah,
would be the I don't know. I think is
the
good because
correct.
I remember that
Yeah.
um, yes, the last course I did with you, and you give
Uh-huh.
like a week just to do the
Yeah.
tasks, and I think it was great. But I think five days is short.
Yeah, I understand. And sometimes we teachers, we professors, we don't see the bigger picture. Like, we don't calculate your everyday lives. So we see from our perspective and we think, okay, it's fine. I need to do this. So they're going to do it in time. So it's good to check up on you. And I'm going to decide these changes on tasks and on the period of time that you're going to have to develop them. And I'll get back to you until the next Friday to tell you what changed, okay? And something that also has been brought up in the morning class and not in this one is some of you that studied with me before. I used to send emails every week with the instructions, and this semester I have stopped because I thought like that you were going to be, I don't know, more. It's not only about um, autonomy, but you would be free of that. You wouldn't need it. But some students have said in the morning that they would prefer that to happen, to remind, to know that the things are already online. So I think it's good to continue, and I don't mind doing it. Actually, I prefer it because I keep organized too. And let me see if there are any other suggestions here. Okay.
Lilia, can I say something?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Uh, I just would like to ask you to keep posting the orientations for the week in a PDF. It's
Oh,
much
yeah.
easier to see what we have to do in the PDF and
Very
divided
good.
by the week. So thank you.
Yes, no problem. Thank you too for telling that. That's good that for you it's better that way, because sometimes we think like you're not, you don't care, but you do. It's good. Um, the
Hi,
deadline.
Lilian.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just wanted to comment on this, on sending emails. I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's very helpful because I'm often very confused with Moodle because there are no notifications, so I get really confused. And then I remember that probably you have already posted something, and I see like 3 days later. So
Yeah.
emails are a good idea, and the PDF because it
Yeah.
concentrates the all the information that we're going to need for the week in one document.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good. That's awesome. So I'm going to do that, to send the email with the instructions and saying if the text is already there and something like that. And that was the same idea from the morning class students that asked for the email, that they didn't know when I was posting, so that they were closer to the deadline because of that. So it is a good way, the email is a good way to avoid that, and it's going to be the way
Lilia,
that we're going to do. Yeah.
I I don't know if Moodle changed, but in the past, um, some professors activate some kind of setup, a setting
Uh-huh.
in the Moodle, so Moodle automatically send the
Uh-huh.
notification for us. So I don't know if this still exists.
Okay, like the notification that something was posted, or that like a post was posted
No,
in the forum?
whatever you posted.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to search about that, but the email idea is not out of the table. Okay, thank you for telling me that, João. Awesome. And I'm sorry about the dog. It's not my fault, I swear. And it's not my dog. So, next week, December the 18th. So it's when I have scheduled the midterm project production. So I thought of giving you like not a free class, but a specific time to meet, to have time to think, and to decide on things. But as I said, I'm still going to decide if we're going to have this midterm because of the amount of things to do. So maybe if we have one final and not a midterm like this, we can have less stress, because you're going to be stressed for the seminar, and not stressed like, oh my God, getting crazy, just stressed like, I have to do this. This needs to be remembered. So you're going to have the seminar presentation, you're going to have the midterm project, and in the end, you're going to have the final one. So during all the months, you're going to have something important to do, which is good in a normal setting. Not good when every day you have a different news about how people are dying in our city. So that's not good in that type of moment, I think. And I think I am going to change it a little bit. But even if we don't have this midterm project production for this date, I think you can use, I'm going to say to you what you're going to do in that day, don't worry. But I think you could use this date to prepare your seminar presentation, to talk to your group, to have a meeting with your group about your seminar or even your final project, okay? So the groups for the midterm project and the final project and the presentation of the seminar, it would be the same, but I'm going to ask you if you don't agree with it. So let me just create a question here. And you're going to answer to me in the screen.
Lilia, can I make a question?
Yes, of course.
I just saw in the schedule that we have 2 weeks to prepare for the midterm project, right? I think 2 Fridays to do that.
Is it? No, it's the 18th next week.
Oh, okay.
It's 2 classes, but it's 1 day.
Okay. So during this week, we don't have anything to do so that we can focus on the midterm.
Yes, exactly. Like you can decide the main things that you're going to do. You can that's it. Plan on this midterm project production, because you're going to have the break, and we come back in January, and from January on, we're going to have the seminars. So the seminars meetings, they're going to be happening, and you need to keep reading and planning your own seminars and your midterm project. So I think it's going to be better if you sit right now, think about it, talk about it, and when we come back in January, we have already a few things already in place. Okay. Let me check who has already answered. Okay, a lot of you. So the winner, the answer that is the winner is this one. Yes. A lot of you have said yes. None of you said no. So that's a good thing. Great, actually. And thank you for telling me your opinions and continuing our class, actually. So the midterm project production is going to be December 18th, because the midterm delivery, the deadline is going to be the 15th of January. So hold on until next week so that I can decide if you're going to continue to have this or not. But we know that the groups of the seminars are going to be the same groups of the final project, at least, even if we don't have midterm project. Okay. And so let me come back here, and just to be sure, if you want to, you can say in the microphone, but if you don't want to, you can send it in the screen. I would like to know if you have anything else to add or to ask or to suggest or to complain. I don't know, anything, before we start talking about the text that I have prepared for you.
Hi, Lillian.
Hi.
Just a suggestion, because I've been working with Teams this semester, and I know there's a feature called Poly, in which you can do the exact same thing that you're doing with this other site, but on Teams.
That's good. I used to do that with the Moodles, oh my God, with the Microsoft Forms, the quick poll, but it's not appearing for me anymore. But that is a good one. Polly, right? Is the one that has a little parrot?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I have never used, so now I know it works. Thank you. It's great. Okay. So if you don't have anything to say, just write no, okay? But then I know that everything's fine. So I'm still waiting for 6, oh, no, wait, 2, 5, 6, yes. 6 students to answer, and then we can go on, okay? Okay, let me see, 2, 3 students now.
Lilia, I
Yeah?
can't answer in the website because I'm having connection problems, but I don't have any
Oh,
questions so far.
okay, thank you so much, and I'm sorry if you're having problems. That's the only bad side, in my opinion, about this type of website. Okay, so one of the things that stood out for me here, most of you said no, that everything's fine. And one of you asked me if there is any problem sending me emails. Nope, you can send me any time, any day. I will answer as soon as I can. And of course, there is the forum for questions in there in the Moodle, which you can post also any day, anytime. I will answer as soon as I can. But if you want to, I don't see any problems in sending emails. Okay, it's fine.
Lilia,
Yes.
do you prefer the Moodle private messages or your personal sending messages to your personal email?
I don't mind. Both of them are okay. Because the message, I also receive an email saying that the message is there, right? So no problem.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So guys, okay, let's go to the next slide, which is where we start. So just let me close here. Oops. It doesn't want to close. Just a minute. Okay, got it. So this text that I'm going to present to you is from a awesome book too. And the book talks about materials and methods in ELT. And the part that I'm going to get, as I said, it is the introduction of the book. And the book is awesome. I'm going to put the book also on a PDF file for you to download if you'd like to read, to have it, to use it later. I don't know. And this text in particular is a good one because it talks about the introductions to materials. So the goals in teaching languages, the contextual factor in developing materials, and the syllabus for us teachers that are going to be creating materials. And the first thing is the goals. So in simple terms, the overall goals of language teaching is usually derived from an analysis of the reasons why a group of learners in a particular environment needs to learn English. But these goals, they can be stated in general, educational, very specific terms, something like that. Or, on the other hand, they may be set out in the large-scale categories of a national language policy, with many associated implications for the development of the curriculum. So these goals that could be general, educational, or specific terms could be, for instance, a course that is preparing for an exam, an international exam, very specific terms. Educational, you're going to end our course and you're going to be able to use English for business. This is the educational purpose goal that we have in our course. Or general, you're going to use the language to interact with different speakers. Or we can have a national language policy, which is, in our case, the most recent one, BNCC, which we must love. And because it's going to be in our lives for a while. And this national language policy categories that we have large scale goals, they are going to be important for the curriculum development. So we need to have that in mind because they are the goals. The goals don't depend only on the teacher or the institution when we are talking about large scale. And alternatively, at the other end of the scale, a course may be organized to address a particular learning need for, say, the identifiable purposes of a small group. As I said, business English. It's a small group, usually, and they're going to be learning something very specific. There is then a whole spectrum of possibility for defining the goals of language teaching. For instance, for a country, an age group, a whole school, a class, an individual, and whether for general educational processes, purposes, for business, for scientific development, cultural appreciation, or many other reasons. So the goals depend on a lot of things. And why am I saying that? Because when we talk about methods and materials, we need to have a framework of reference, how to do it. It's not a recipe, but let's see what we've got here. To define what is meant in this book by framework, We start from the view that materials and methods cannot be seen in isolation, but they are embedded within a broader professional context. So it is not only creating materials for the educational context. We have a professional context too that refers to the teacher's education, to the context in the country, the context that we have in publishers, the contexts and situations that we have in the specific eras during the years, over the years. So things change and we need to pay attention to the context of specific situations. And this would be a representation of that. So to get to the materials, we need to check the context, the learners, and the educational settings. And then we can decide the implementation of goals, see what goals we have for teaching languages. Then we can construct the syllabus. And when we have the syllabus, the curriculum, we can start developing the specific actions that we're going to have as teachers, materials, classroom methods, lessons, tests, tasks, activities, and so on. So after we go through that process of understanding our context, we can start to develop materials. But clearly, this logical planning sequence is an idealization of what is often a less well-defined procedure, where set materials may linger behind aims that have been formulated or updated, or conversely, where new syllabus types may be ill-matched to the existing educational objectives, which is something that we see a lot. We see, for instance, academy, professors, university, textbooks saying that we need to use the communicative approach in a classroom with 50 students, but we are just one, and we need to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of education in an education like a public school context, and this is going to be a problem. So if we have an updated, a reformulated, a syllabus that we can handle because of the context, we can better understand and apply our knowledge to that context and create materials that are going to be matched and not ill-matched to the existing educational objectives and people involved, right? So after we understand that we have this type of distribution that we need to pay attention, we can talk about the contextual factors themselves. We have learner contextual factors and settings contextual factors. For the first one, I want you to think and match the items identifying if they refer to a learner contextual factor or a settings contextual factor. You can click the blue arrow to put up the question, and you can click one of them to connect to another one and see if they match. Let me check your answers here. So, just asking to check here. Ana Carolina Paiva, Gabriela, Bárbara, Cris, Edu, and Marcos. Is everything okay there? Are you having problems with connection or anything like that?
Yes, I am. I'm using my
Okay.
cell phone, so I cannot access
Okay.
this website.
Okay, so for you it's not working so good.
Yes, I am Lilian.
Yes.
Okay, you too, Marcos. Okay.
Yes. But I'm listening to you and pay attention.
Okay.
So I'm notes.
No problem. It's just because I am waiting for the answers, and it's good to know if we are all ready to continue or if we need more time to answer. So I'm going to continue, okay? And the answers, as you could see, they are setting contextual factors, the teachers, and learner contextual factors, for instance, the mother tongue. This can affect a lot of things. So we need to pay attention to the learner's mother tongue. Okay, so next, let's see if you can rock your Christmas out. I'm going to take you to the top of one mountain and we are going to climb together. And it's going to be in holidays theme. So enjoy. This is a quiz that you have to answer about contextual factors or learners factors. So when you open this website and this game with teenagers, they start to scream right now, as I said last semester. So you can choose your avatar. I think I'm going to be the giraffe with glasses. Yes.
So cute.
Oh, it's awesome.
I love
And
it.
they jump, and they go together. Oh my God, it's awesome. Everybody's being a penguin today, just me. Oh, good. Ana Luisa is also an exotic animal. Lais too is different. Alexandre too. Edu, very nice. Okay. I think the other students, when they connect later, they're able to play with us. So I'm going to start here and let's see if you can get to the top. And up we go. If you're seeing the screen, I'm choosing any of these options just to, okay? I'm not choosing the correct one, don't follow me. Very good. I think João Vitor is winning. Yeah, he is. Very good, João. They're so cute.
Lilia, in
Yeah.
the yellow option should be worldwide, right? In the last
Oh,
word.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Oh no, a common problem worldwide. It can be a worldwide. Oh, world. Oh, yeah, world. Sorry, you're correct. Oh, João Pedro, be careful. Laís is coming for you. Isabella too. Be careful.
The question did not change for me.
It's oh, I'm sorry. Is anyone else is like that? Now it's the question about the role of English in the country.
For me, it's still the time available for language program.
Sorry. I think you can choose according to the actual question, and it's going to. I think it's going to work. Is this João?
Mine is normal.
Okay.
Mine too.
Okay. So it's just you, João, that is having a problem. Maybe it's because Laís and Isabella hacked your computer because I said they were coming for you. So,
Oh no, you found out my plan.
yeah, I knew it. Now mine is not working well. What? Isabella won. I said. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, Isabella, congratulations. And we have the podium here. Isabella, Laís, and João Vitor. João Vitor, I'm sorry that you were hacked, but the girls, with their hacking skills, they were good, so it's acceptable. Just kidding, girls. So, guys, yeah, this was just for fun, just for us to read and try to think to which term it referred to. But look at this list. We have more contextual factors, of course, for learners. We can consider learners' age, interest, level of proficiency, aptitude, mother tongue, and academic and educational level. Educational level I would think of as 8th grade, high school, elementary school. An academic level I would think of as as knowing how to get the main idea from the text, how to write a summary, how to write notes from what you hear. So academic skills, I would think like that. And we also have the attitudes to learning, if they want to, if they don't want to, the reasons for learning, the preferred learning style, the personality, and according to the settings, we have the role of English in the country, the role of English in the school, the teachers, management and administration, resources available for us, support personnel, the number of students to be taught and the size of the classes, the time available for the program, physical environment, which is going to be a problem right now when we return, with God blessing us. When we return, we're going to have a physical environment problem because we're not going to have space for everyone with the distance measures that we have to follow, right? The social cultural environment, the types of tests used and ways in which students are evaluated, and the procedures, if any, to monitor and to evaluate the language teaching program itself. So all of these are settings that are contextual, and we have more, especially in situations that changed everything, like the remote learning, right? We have different contextual factors right now, and it is difficult to get to everyone, for instance. Now, talking a little bit about the syllabus, after we have this idea that we have to be contextual with learners and settings, knowing our environment and our students, the syllabus is always important because it's going to be the base that you can always go to if you need to plan, if you need to check if there is anything missing. So the syllabus can be seen for our purposes. In the book, the author says, as the overall organizing principle for what is to be taught and learned. In other words, it is a general statement as to the pedagogical arrangement of learning content. So that's why it is important. And we have different types of syllabus. Here, the book offers 6 types. I'm going to go over each one with you. So the first one is obviously the most commonly, as the author says. We have like simple past, irregular verbs, the passive, formation of adverbs, type 3 conditionals, gerunds and infinitives. So this first is organized according to a list of grammatical item structures and is one that will readily be recognized by most of us, right? We see the content, the grammar content that we are going to teach, to study. This is the normal one, type 1. Type 2, we have making suggestions on A, asking for directions, giving advice, introducing yourself, and on B, location, duration, ability. So this second example is based on the communicative and interpersonal uses to which language is put. And in contrast to the formal structure system on the first type that we saw, it highlights what people do through language. It is normally referred to as a functional syllabus, and this design principle is often found together with the other list of items in the same box, letter B. They are technically called notions, these types of functions, which is a term used to describe the rather general or abstract categories a language is able to express, such as concepts of time, place, duration, location. This is another type. Now, type 3 of syllabus. When you open some material to see what we are going to study this year, for instance.
Lilia.
Yes?
I have fallen. I lost my connection.
Okay.
I go back now. Can you repeat type 1?
Type 1?
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Just coming back here, guys, for type 1. And, oops, here. Okay, so this type 1 is the first one, obviously, is organized according to a list of grammatical structures and is one that will readily be recognized by most English language teachers. When we look at this type of schedule, we can see everything that we're going to study, but in grammatical structures, grammatical aspects, and such. So it's very grammatical in itself. Type 2, this other type, it has some things that are based on the communicative and interpersonal uses to which language is put, and in contrast to the formal structure system of the first type that we just saw, It highlights what people do through language, using language. It is normally referred to as a functional syllabus. And this design principle is often found together with the other list of items in the same box. So we have two A and B that are put together usually. And they are technically called notions, a term that is used to describe the rather general and abstract categories a language is able to express, such as concepts of time, place, etc. And the type 3 here, the third type, the third sample of a syllabus presents a set of everyday situations or settings. In a restaurant, at a hotel, in the post office, at the garage. So all of these are situations that we have in our lives. And this is how the schedule is prepared, is set for us teachers to introduce language, to work with language and work with our students. The type 4, the fourth, focuses on language skills and is concerned with what learners do as speakers, listeners, readers, writers. Look at the example: making notes from a talk, reading for information, using a dictionary, writing an exam answer. So all of these are language skills as learners need to speak, listen, read, write. They need to use strategies. They need to know how to use the language. So they're going to be based on skills. The fifth and sixth types. The fifth uses topics or themes and is as a starting point. For example, here we have the example space travel, intelligence tests, smoking, and the weather. So it's the topic that comes first that is important in the syllabus. The grammar, vocabulary, skills, they come all around that theme. The sixth one invokes the concept of tasks, which is very common when we put together with the communicative approach. Language focus, question forms, vocabulary, meeting people, skills, speaking, reading, and listening. Task preparation, listen to people, meeting. And the task itself is going to be interviews and follow-up of interviews. So the sixth invokes the concept of tasks, something that the students need to develop in order to have a solution for a problem, to develop a product in that sense. So guys, what we know so far right now is that we can identify 6 broad types of syllabus. We can have the grammatical or structural syllabus, the functional, notional, that can be together, the situational, skill-based, topic-based, and task-based. But we need to pay attention because most syllabus are based on a combination of 2 or more of these types that we have illustrated in this book, in this presentation. So when you get a book, a classroom book, and you see a syllabus, you see how they organized the pacing of the class, the structures that you're going to have to work with, step by step. You're going to see that we may have different columns with different types of syllabus structures. And there are 2 things that we need to know the difference between: syllabus and syllabus inventory. The inventory is a list of the contents to be covered in the language program, whether that is a list of functional or grammatical items, skills, topics, situations. It's just a list of contents. Now the syllabus, in the way in which that content is organized, is the way in which that content is organized and broken down into a set of teachable and learnable units. And it will include consideration of pacing, sequence, grading of items, methods of presentation and practice, and so on. So the syllabus is more structured in ways that we can follow, in ways that we have units. That's why I said a syllabus from a book, because usually the textbooks that we use, the materials we have at our disposals, usually the book, they have this type of organization in units. They have this type of organization. Sometimes it is more formal, sometimes it is situational, sometimes it is based on skills, right? Or both, these three ideas. So this is what I thought about, this is what I thought of bringing to you. And because this starts also together with the two texts that we have for last week and this week, it also has an idea of introduction to our course. So basic terms, basic things that we can understand in order to produce our own syllabus materials. These are good ideas to put into practice. And I'm going to put this text, this presentation on a PDF file, but also the book on a PDF file, okay? So you can check it out. And that's it for now. Now I'm going to have a party because I am the new student. Sorry, I'm not, I promised I wouldn't going to say it again. So this is
Go
it for
ahead,
today.
you should celebrate, teacher. Congratulations.
Guys, it
So
took
proud
me
of you.
4 years. 4 years. I was trying, and this was the fourth time, and I'm in. Oh my God.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
deserve so much. You are a great teacher.
Oh, thank you. I am going to believe you just because I'm happy, okay? So
I'm
guys, thank
sure
you.
everybody agrees.
Oh, I'm sure, of course. Thank you for being here. Thank you for this Friday, and thank you for the congratulations and everything. And I will send you the things that I changed. I will send you the instructions by email. Don't worry, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. You're part of my story, especially on this day, and I'll see you next, okay?
See you, Lilian. Thank you
See
so much.
Thank
you.
you, Lilian. Have a
Thank
great
you.
Friday.
I
Thank you,
will.
Lilian.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Bye bye.
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 Bye,
Thank you.
guys. See you. Thank you.